だって見えるだろう。このままじゃダメさ信じて、愛の未来を誰も止められないはずさ。シュリさ悪を砕き散らす鋼の拳、誰も邪魔はさせやしない。デッドライブ、あいつのその名はバーニングヒーロー。
Haru here, and welcome to the Neo-Geo CD Road to a Complete Collection. This is going to be the Wednesday Neo-Geo CD show. We no longer do Neo-Geo CD Tuesdays. That is now going to be Neo-Geo CD Road to a Complete Collection because we are going to play every single Neo-Geo CD game ever released based on their NGH release dates, which is the original arcade release date for that game. I do realize that Neo-Geo CD had different release dates, so I figure it'd be better to just go by the actual game's release date so that we can just go in a chronological order of when they were originally released. But we will be playing every single Neo-Geo CD game from here until we play them all, and then after that, I don't know, we'll do something else, I guess. Hopefully, by the time we get to the end, I do have every single Neo-Geo CD game in the collection, but for now, we will go through all of them until we get to that point. We'll worry about it then, I guess. But I'm not missing too many as far as Neo Geo CD games, so hopefully we do end up getting them all at some point. Let me just readjust this thing. It looks weird and bugging me. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. OCD. Anyhow, welcome everybody. Today we're going to play NGH 001 and NGH 002. Those games were NAM 1975, which released in 1990, and then Baseball Stars, which released in 1991. We're going to start off with NAM 1975. And before we get into that, let me go ahead and take a look and see who is in the chat here. We've got Reluctant Hero. He says, NGH numbering. You don't know how happy this makes me. GT Beakerman is here. Alucard 2089, Maryland Monrovers is here. Daniel F, James Malloy, Jeff Allison, Randrick, Ondo Gamer, Charlie Ward, welcome Charlie, Randrick, and Naveed, welcome Naveed. Some fresh faces. I know you guys have been here before, but you're both fairly new.
And Mackenzie.
So welcome, and thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. And Mackenzie's here. Welcome, Mackenzie. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pop in the CD. In the meantime, let's talk about some games that came out in 1991. Or not 1991, 1990 when this game came out. Now, when this came out, I wasn't really privy to Neo Geo just yet. It was, I really didn't start paying attention to Neo Geo until like Ninja Combat and those games. But when this came out and Baseball Stars came out, I didn't play either one of them really. It was just one of those games that was in the laundromat. I eventually did start playing NAM 1975 at some point. But in the very beginning, I didn't. I didn't really play a whole lot of this game. And I used to play these in a laundromat, actually. We had these in a laundromat nearby where we used to live, and we used to go and play these.
Summer 1975.
Or I used to go play it, and my mom would do laundry.
I'm being recalled to Noctorm headquarters. Do I have to go back to the hell again?
You need to take that out.
Yeah, it's kind of some of the whole thing. All right, today, by the way, guys, we are doing a donation pool. So basically what happens is any donations that we get tonight are going to go towards making this little guy right here, which is Bonus Kun from Waku Waku 7, into a mini charm. So for $10 you can get your name on the packaging. Do I have any packaging to show off? I don't know if we do. Do we have any? Yeah. Or we sent anything out. And then, for some of you guys who haven't seen it yet, we got these guys. Look at this is Neo-kun. He is a Neo Geo AES anthropomorphized like all of the other ones we've done before. He's been sponsored, and that's why he is made physically. So basically what happens when you sponsor a charm like so, you get your name on the back of the actual charm for $10, and it will remain there as long as we keep making this same charm. So if we sell out and there's a demand for more, we will remake them. Some of them, that have few names, we might do another sponsor pool for people who want to get their names on the packages. Like this Adol one only has like 3 people on it. So if we sell out of this guy and we do more later, we can do another pool for anyone who wants to get their name on the package itself. But this is the one that we most recently got, which was Neo-kun. He is like a Neo Geo, cute little Neo Geo AES. Very cool! Rovers donated the first $10 to Neo-kun. He says, yes, bonus kun for the win, and Arena is top tier waifu. We got another donation from Charlie Ward. He says, never played this game, but when I saw the intro, I instantly thought about YouTuber Bracy M, another underrated channel. Have you heard of him? I have not, but I'll check him out. I will check him out. All right, let's go ahead and get
Dr.
started.
R. Muckley, an ex-U.S. Army scientist, has been kidnapped
Dr.
by
R.
some
Muckley.
outside terrorists and taken to Knob's backwoods.
Thank you for the donation.
Oh, something else just happened. Oh, that was Charlie Ward's donation. It's just slow. Thank you for that, Charlie. There we go.
As soon as someone says, for a moment I thought there were Ninja Turtles pushing bets. I'm a Gamer says, the only Neo Geo games I played at Ground was Metal Slug and Baseball Stars. Kenzie says, hey Sarah, what was it like to have the Neo Geo CD in the 90s? I've heard stories from when people had Neo Geo. Neo Geos were people who liked part of the CD club.
So I actually didn't get my Neo Geo CD until 1999. I always wanted one when it came out in 1994, but I couldn't afford one at the time. So I didn't get one till New Year's of 1999. Son of a bitch. That was quick.
Charles says, Bracy does a lot of retro reviews. It's great. New Ghost says, we need more shooting gallery games. How's it going, New Wave Ghost?
Welcome, New Wave Ghost. Dude, this is a tough one.
Yeah, this game was fun. Did we beat this one?
Yeah.
So much fun. I kept dying though.
It's like weird with this controller.
Brian Libby says, I remember seeing Neo Geo MVS at South Bend Regional Airport when I went there on the South Shore line. If I remember correctly, it was either a baseball game or golf. New Ghost says, Cabell's easier and a little better.
I never really played too much of Cabal. I played a little bit here and there in the arcade, but not a whole lot.
Diana says, if there was a lot of good games released in the 1990s for the PC and such as Firehouse, Kiki Kai Kai, Download, Image Fight, Double Crash, wish I was born to experience that at the time.
Yeah, a lot of games, a lot of good stuff came out in 1990. The first Bonk was in 1990. US East Coast 1 and 2 came out in 1990. Which I didn't experience until 1992, and it was incredibly impressive, even in 1992.
Mackenzie says, sorry, I have a Sega Saturn and many people tell me if I love my Saturn, I would love Neo Geo CD. Do you think it's worth importing Neo Geo CD? I only ask because of long load times.
So, it really depends. If you like older Neo Geo stuff, then I would say yeah, it's not bad because old Neo Geo CD games didn't come out in other stuff. Like, well, they did come out in collections, so it just depends if you want like real hardware to play it on, or not real hardware, the actual games to play it on. So it just depends. It's a Neo Geo expensive is, or sorry, Neo Geo CD is expensive now, so it's hard to recommend anyone. Hey, yeah, get into Neo Geo CD because it's so much money now.
Yeah. Arcade Game says, I was lucky enough to own a Neo Geo AES and about 5 games back in the 90s when the system came out. I traded my TG16 CD player and a tons of on NES and Sega games into cash. It was amazing to play. Movie Go says Blood Brothers and Wild Guns were also solid games in this style. Randrix,
I know Blood Brothers.
Randrix says, Saramara, what is your favorite game on the Neo Geo?
I would have to say King of Fighters 76 probably.
Movie Go says the Punisher on NES was also decent.
And Fatal Fury 2. Holy crap, man. Fatal Fury 2. I have so many favorites. I think the first Neo Geo CD game that I really got into back in the day was Fatal Fury 2. And then I ended up getting Fatal Fury 2 for the PC Engine arcade card back when it was new. And I played that for freaking ever. I got it from a place called Turbo Zone Direct. And I had bought like a converter. It was like this like big green like plank board. I forgot what it was called. I think it was the Kisato converter. I don't know. But the thing was so finicky because like if I like wiggled my computer hard, if I touched so much as touched the converter, the game would start to glitch out and get all like locked in, or sometimes just freeze altogether. But man, to be able to play Fatal Fury 2 at home without a Neo Geo, because the PC Engine port was freaking amazing, especially for its time. It was the best port. It was the best port outside of Neo Geo, which normal people didn't have, especially 14-year-olds who didn't have any money.
Here goes said Money Puzzle Exchanger is my all-time favorite. Mackenzie says, I've been thinking of importing a Neo Geo because I love the amount of arcade ports, but there are many arcade ports that were never ported to the Saturn. For that reason, that's why I want Neo Geos. Katsuna-sama says, which was the flagship game on the PC Engine?
Flagship game?
Yeah, flagship game.
I guess it depends on what your definition of flagship is. Because in America, they kind of made it so like Bonk was like the mascot, right? But in Japan, that wasn't really the case.
Here it goes as Bonk. Katsuna-sama says, yeah, like Sonic Genesis and Mario Nintendo.
Yeah, so like I said, in America, it was Bonk was kind of what they try to push as like the mascot character game, but in Japan there was no real like definitive mascot. You know what I mean? There wasn't like people looked at it and was like, oh yeah, they think, because even though Japan is mascot culture, there wasn't really like one particular game. Because it really just depended. Because when the CD system came out for the PC Engine, it was all about Tengai Makyo, right? Like Tengai Makyo was the first PC Engine RPG. It was like the biggest RPG ever at the time that it was released. It was the first CD-ROM RPG. So everything was about Tengai Makyo. You saw commercials. Jiraiya for a while was like the mascot character during that time when they were promoting the PC Engine duo. There was even like a PC Engine special where Jiraiya from Tengai Makio was like the narrator of like the whole thing. Jiraiya also got like his own like Tengai Makio original video animation, so it just changed depending on what was popular at the time. Because Hudson had such a big stake in it, right? Like it was their console with NEC making their hardware for them. So a lot of times Bomberman would have been considered a staple character or flagship for the PC Engine. Many commercials featured Bomberman in Japan.
Information from
Ranch is going to bed.
Good night, Randrick.
Contact Allied Plan.
Naveed says East was pretty big, right?
Yeah, East was huge.
Kenny says, I think the mascot of PC was the jet pilot I saw on the Charlie Ward said, have you played Wild Guns?
Yes. And I got the Switch one. I feel like it's harder than the original. But it's been a while since I played the original one. But I do feel like it's harder. No! Run!
Tanner says, I mean, the first two games for PC Engine at least was Shanghai and World. Bonk didn't come out more than 2 years after the console release.
Yeah. Bonk wasn't even out when the TurboGrafx launched in the US.
Did Sonic come out when the Mega Drive debuted?
Yep. Alex Kidd was still a thing, but nobody gave a shit really. Man.
Charlie Ward says, hey Jesse, sorry I wasn't able to check out your birthday Mario stream. Hope it went well and give you some joy playing Sunshine. It did. Thank you so much, Charlie Ward. I got like about 15 stars, and I'm still playing the game. I might continue it later on a Nintendo stream, but thank you.
Yeah, you've been playing it a lot for a while.
Yeah. Face Jane says, hey guys.
Welcome, Face.
See this up, Sonic King bundled the Genesis. Charlie Ward says, Armor, are you excited for Alex Kidd's return?
Not terribly. I think it's nice that we're seeing a revitalization of it. But I would have been happier if Sega had done it. I mean, it's like some like indie company got the license to make it and they're putting it together. I think I would have been happier if Sega actually put in the effort to do something to revitalize it, as opposed to just some company licensing Miracle World and just re-releasing it. Because that's all it is, right? Is a re-release of Miracle World. I'm still gonna get it. I'm a huge Alex Kidd fan. I really like Alex Kidd. I had a Master System too at the time. I did want a Master System, the original Master System, but I already had a Nintendo, and at the time there was no way that I was going to be able to get one. But then the Master System 2s came out, and we were able to get one at a swap meet with some trade and haggling. So, in the beginning, I couldn't afford any games, so I played a lot of Miracle World. It was the built-in game in the Master System 2. If you just powered it on without putting anything in, it would just play Alex Kidd and Miracle World. And I would play the shit out of it. I loved it.
Mackenzie says, hey Star, just curious question about the PC and the TurboGrafx 16. Do Do you think NEC made a big business mistake launching the TurboGrafx CD the same year as the console was released?
I think the mistake was not releasing the TurboGrafx sooner because they were trying to redesign it, and they spent too much time redesigning the stupid thing when they should have just released it. But they didn't think that it would sell if they released it small, so they were trying to make it big. But then they were artificially making it big by adding like that stupid cover in the back to just make it bigger for nothing. It was so stupid. Like, a lot of the things that they did here in America was just really, really dumb marketing decisions. And what should have happened is they should have wasted less time on it and just released it as soon as they could, because then they would have had a stronghold on the market, because it would have been out before so many. I should probably pay attention. It would have been out before so many other things. So they would have had a huge stronghold on the market, just because so many people would have had it in their hands. But they waited. Marketing was stupid. It was only available in like major cities like Los Angeles and New York and wherever else. I don't know where else. Chicago or somewhere.
Because there's a lot of awful design choices for most consoles.
It shouldn't have been an issue at all. Like, they shouldn't have. And as far as I understand, they spent a lot of time on the actual dust cover for the back port thing. Like, apparently there was like redesign after redesign over that stupid piece of plastic that went over the back. It's like, what a stupid thing to waste time, critical time.
Joel's here!
Joe!
It is Joe Valley in the house.
Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Joe. There's a new Media Glitch video, by the way, guys, if you guys want to check it out. Somebody would be so kind as the Super Blue here? Or one of the mods? To link the new video. New Media Glitch video with me, Reggie.
Oh, I mean, Media Glitch is mod.
That's true, Media Glitch.
You can do it. I've been posting the links, like, everything.
Share the new Media Glitch video, Joel.
Joel!
Joe! Jeez, I ran right into the fire. Anyhow, I love how we started talking about all the TurboGrafx stuff in the middle of the Neo-Geo stream.
Jeff Allison linked it. Thank you, Jeff Allison.
Thank you, Jeff Allison. That is the new Media Glitch video
Safely. Now we will attack the airport.
with Joel, Reggie, John, and myself.
Face Chain says, has your body ever ached from drinking too much caffeine?
No?
My heart starts to pumping.
Yeah, Jesse gets palpitations.
Yeah. Palpitations with drinking soda. Especially drinking soda.
Oh, shit. Jeez, how are you supposed to avoid that?
Two words. Get good.
Get good. What I hate is like, you can die even if like the smoke of the fire is still there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's not.
Really good, since I haven't had caffeine in 3 weeks. Damn. How do you stay up? Oh, I can't say anything because I rarely have caffeine.
I do, I need caffeine. See, look at the smoke kills you. How stupid is that?
Christina Sama says caffeine makes me dizzy. Patient says I'm impressed with the graphics of the rolling cylinder. Well, Jeff Allen says my body starts to ache from not drinking enough caffeine.
What the shit, man? I wasn't even close to that. bullshit. Neo-Geo, give me her.
Oh, thank you.
Why am I guys such a pussy? Whoa.
So how many lives continues have you used by now?
Dude. If we were paying quarters, I probably would have paid like $10 by now. But I remember growing up, I did that quite a bit, where I would like just dump in like $10 and play the game forever.
Yeah, soon some. So imagine how many coins you would need to beat this game.
Yeah, shit tons.
Yeah, like at $30 or more.
25 cents a pop. I'd say probably $20.
So are any news upon make a release date? Are they still planned for sometime in November, or has info changed?
As far as I know, November's still the projected date, but no one's really said anything, so I'm not sure. Damn. It just came. Oh, never mind. You brought aloe. I need a drink. I need a drink! I put milk teas in there, though.
Do you want me to milk it?
I put the one milk tea in it.
Soon saw this game looks difficult.
Yeah, the game is hard. It's definitely a quarter muncher. Oh. Damn it. I love how this guy can get hit by several grenades. And he's just fine, right?
Yeah.
Throwing grenades. My character gets hit with like one tiny little like
Cloud.
pellet, and I die.
Our communications have been intercepted by the
Break time, says Daniel.
field captain.
Meaning English says this game kind of reminds me of Dynamite Duke.
Dr. Muckley's daughter, Nancy, was taken with Dr. Muckley.
Dynamite Duke. I don't remember.
Charlie, Charlie, where's the tomorrow? Any polycast episodes with you and Cat Pack video? Also, don't let Cat Pack overpower you. Let your voice be heard. Also, he's a good, honest guy, but a bit of a motor mouth.
Usually it's like, I don't like to be rude. Because if you notice, it's kind of like that. If I'm ever like streaming with someone, that's always the case. Like, I don't like to talk over people. So like if you pay attention to like any like thing that I'm on with like another YouTuber at the same time, usually I let them talk just out of courtesy. That's just how I am. Mainly because, like, I have my own show and my own audience, right? So usually my main audience doesn't watch those those too often. There was, oh well, some of them do.
Abby's here.
Abby, welcome.
She says hello.
Welcome, Abby. Hope all is well.
Charlie Ward says, yeah, I understand that you're listening like myself. Face Jane says, I talk over people unintentionally. I try to be aware of it so people don't think I'm a dick. Abby says, the intro cinematic to this game is pretty much a war PTSD trigger hole.
Right? Could you imagine?
Meaning Glitch says, you have to play Dynamite Duke. It's awesome. Says Meaning Glitch. Face Jane says, it's rare to find a great Discord like ours. Jeff House says, speaking of an awesome Discord, considering joining Star Maro's Patreon. It's right here. Thank you, Jeff House.
Thank you, Jeff House, and I appreciate that.
Mackenzie says, hey Star, you probably already know this, but what if Hudson Soft was able to successfully convince Nintendo with the hardware that eventually become the PC Engine TurboGrafx?
I think that would have been dope. No, they tried.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
NEC was pretty much the only company that would take them on. John Jezza just subscribed. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Man, I
Welcome.
haven't heard the subscribe thing during the live in such a long time.
Esquire is here. He says, yo, 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 yo.
Welcome.
Don Jezza says, hey. Sorry if we're not saying it right. We're not too sure. But correct us if we're wrong. Welcome.
Oh, she is.
Activity Complex is here. As a sequel to this game, Nam, The Journey Home is an interesting exploration of PTSD, actually. That's somehow a light gun shooter. It pulls it off.
And a drink.
Wow. My reading comprehension is really good today. Yeah, that's really good.
Ah, damn it.
Don Jezza says he's saying it perfect. Awesome.
Awesome, welcome. Get out of here. Wow, what's going
I
on?
don't know. We'll check. We got a donation.
Nick donated $1. He says wink, wink. Just a bunch of different things, I guess. My phone just doesn't work.
We got it $8. Thank you, Nick. Activity Complex says, but seriously, how cool would it be? Cool would that be? Some of the surface COD type game where you get wounded in the first level, and the game is actually about physical therapy. Face Chain says, this game is laughing at you. Those are some big ass barrels.
Ah, I shot her.
Tell us.
Killer.
How do you know our plan?
I don't know. Oh, wait. I know. Your communications have been intercepted because
enemy's commander was hit by a sniper, but we still got some info. The
This is
laser
the last
weapon
one.
Dr. Muckley is building is near completion at the enemy camp. We went
Considering
to
someone
the enemy camp.
saying, was listening to some Coldplay. Gosh, I forgot how I love these guys. Activate Conflict says, where is made?
Eating a pepper.
Esquire says, I forgot how to tag usernames on YouTube.
You hit the @ symbol. Yeah. But it doesn't work on mobile for me.
Yeah, me either. Trailer, which I already told you that I canceled my Polymega pre-order as I was sick of waiting, but I'm ready to buy day one when it gets released new. Mackenzie says, hey, sorry, if Hudson Soft and Nintendo work together, TurboGrafx 16 PC engine, would Nintendo's successor to those consoles would have been supported CDs? I believe it couldn't have.
Yeah, probably.
Esquire says, thank you so much. Activity Conflict says, these enemies suck. They didn't even pull the pin on those grenades they threw at you.
But they're still exploding somehow. Magic. Game logic. Magic.
You did it.
Jeez. I got the bad ending last time I played this. So where did you get a bad? And I got it somehow. I forgot what you had to do. Flippies. Flippies. Pirouettes.
Miami Sunrise is here. It says, hey, Jesse and Sarah Morrow.
Welcome, Miami Sunshine. Yeah. Seriously, I hit him with a grenade in the head.
Good luck. No one can stop me.
Look how big this guy's head is.
Activate Conflict says, yeah, I destroyed some prices unicycles shit.
Too late. You are not the enemy for my new weapon.
What the fuck? Naveed says, alright, the wheelchair man is sick.
Straight out of fucking Full Metal Jacket.
Lol, says Daniel. That was awesome, says Esquire.
Oh yeah, you can't die here. That's why.
Is that Pluto?
That's it.
did it.
Yep. That's what happened last time. I died there and got the bad ending. And that was all she wrote, unfortunately.
I've been recalled to Nocturne headquarters. Do I have to go
Rest in
back
peace,
to the
Earth.
hell again?
Alright, well, we've played a good deal of Nam. We're going to play some Baseball Stars for a little bit. And then, once we get bored of that, we can play whatever. We can play whatever. His eyes are so fucking blue. So space.
You didn't get the bad ending. Your guy was sitting there sad that he has to go home. No more war.
Yep. Somehow the Earth was destroyed, but he's somewhere sad. Hey nigga, why you so far? Why you so far? Why am I so fat?
These religions, but if the Earth was destroyed, how are we still watching the great stream? PC Energy Girl says, now on to Baseball Stars.
See.
He's hopping gently, holding his DD214 back to stacking boxes of old-timey TVs.
Mammy Sunrise with a $5 donation. He says, time to crack some bats.
Donation!
Now I'm gonna pay attention to chat for a little bit and talk to you guys. Man, so in 1990, we got a bunch of stuff that came out. We got Phantasy Star 2 came out. Apparently that was Game of the Year according to Wikipedia. TV Sports Football.
Can I play?
Yeah. TV Sports Football on the TurboGrafx 16, Bonk's Adventure, Whip Rush, I don't know what the hell that is, Devil's Crush, Populous. Oh, there's the $5 donation from Miami Sunrise. It's just YouTube being slow. Thank you. Once again, Miami Sunrise. Where are we at? How many do we get?
We got 20. Over here, I have 28. 28 so far. I'm keeping tally over here on the side.
28, and then we got 5 pounds, so it's like $6.
I already added it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Bonus Kun looking at all of us
Make
like
selection.
death. I know, Bonus Kun is... We're halfway there. We might make it. And how long do we have? An hour?
An hour.
We might make it. We might get Bonus Kun.
How many players? Thank you.
I should actually cover this little white area. Move the eyebrow in. The finished one. Yeah, let me make him smaller. He's huge. He's huge, you guys.
The Heavenly Bodies versus the Japan Robin. Welcome to SNK Stadium.
There we go.
Both teams look ready-
That's better.
Both teams look ready to play today's game as the sky is clear and today's crowd of some 30,000 people prepare to watch the battle.
So remember every time I see the Army Man up close screaming and shooting
Well-hit ball, that should be in there for
in
a
the intro, I
single.
keep thinking I'm going to hear Mango Tango Neon Jungle play. Final Fantasy 1. That came out in 1990 also. Fantasy Star Wars 2 is pretty good.
Hey,
PC Girl says, I'll get good at Waku Waku 7 just for Bonus Kun. Bonus Kun is hard when you encounter him in the game. I guess sometimes, depends on the character that you're using. Sometimes I find them hard. Yeah, Ninja Combat, Magician Lord,
it's a well-hit ball. That
Cobbler's
should be in
Golf.
there for a single.
and the Devil. We will all we will eventually get to all of those. We're doing two Neo Geo releases every week
Ball.
until we play them all.
Strike. Strike. Change.
Top players, guys.
Inning, the top of the order is coming up to bat.
$800 golf game or more sometimes.
Ball.
Like I think right now, I think maybe the cheapest one might be $800. Maybe.
It's a well-hit ball. That should be in there for us.
Because last time I checked, it was like
Safe.
800 and something dollars, I think.
Ball.
I know I can't get big tournament golf. I can't get it. I can't. How many Neo Geo games? MVS had like 150. I believe, and then there was like 150, and then like 120 AS.
We're out of here. The crowd is going crazy.
I don't know. Man, that thing's giving me like epilepsy.
And as he rounds the bases,
I know.
he loves to get that crowd on. And proud he should be. He hit that ball a country mile. He just loves to hit homers here.
Oh, 158. Okay, I thought it was 150-ish. I don't know the exact numbers. I just knew it was like 100 and 150.
It's a well
40,
hit ball.
150.
That should be in there for a single.
MVS, and I feel like 120.
Ball.
120 AS. The only one I know exact number of is Neo Geo CD because that's what I collect. There were 97 official Neo Geo CD games.
Ball.
The other two numbers, I'm close, but fuzzy.
You're out.
Fuzzy on the exact number.
The sun's really shining
To the
bright
interwebs.
on the field now. Let's see if that bothers the next few bats.
Neo Geo CD or Neo Geo games were there. According to the Wikipedia, there were 148 MVS games.
It's a well
So
hit ball. That should be in there for a single.
I was close at 150.
Safe.
And there were 117 AES games.
Strike.
So I said 120.
It's a well hit ball. That should
Knights
be
of
in
the
there for
Sky?
a
What is
single.
that? I don't know what that is.
Strike.
I don't know because I'm an uncultured swine.
It's a well hit ball. That should be in there for a single. Ball.
I never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Runner scores. It's a well hit
And it
ball.
was a console
Should be in
game?
there for a single.
Because unless it was a console game, I don't know anything of it. I never really played PC games.
Well back in the stand. It's a homer out of here.
Or
The crowd is going
anything that wasn't on a console. Good lord, yeah, looking at that makes
I know.
home run.
He rounds the bases. He loves to
Hail
get
Satan.
that crowd on. And proud he should be. He hit that ball a country mile. He just loves to hit homers here.
Aside from golf, I'm missing Oshidashi Zintrick is the next like really expensive one. And then the next expensive one after that is Futsal.
You're out.
And
You're out.
Last Blade 2, but that one's not really expensive. That one still goes for like 60-ish bucks in Japan. And
Change.
that's it. I think I'm missing
Fans
4
really
games.
enjoyed that last inning's action. Let's hope the next inning can be even.
Yeah, I think I'm missing 4 games.
You're out.
On console, everybody was playing Super Mario World.
Right.
Okay, so I'm guessing that wasn't a console.
You're out.
I was too poor for a PC. I didn't get my first PC until 1998.
It's a well-hit
Like the
ball.
end
That
of
should be in there
1998.
for a single.
Before that, before I got my first PC, the only way I was able to get on the internet was Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn was my internet
Ball.
when I was a kid. Because we didn't have a computer. Help computer.
Change.
Trying.
Next inning, the top of the order is coming up to bat. Let's see what kind of action they can produce.
Go, 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 go.
I think with Neo-Geo CD, it's mainly because, one, I really like Neo-Geo CD. And I've been collecting since 1999 for that. But not actively. Like, I went, like, years where I didn't buy a new Neo-Geo CD game.
Damn.
Ball.
Actually, so I got my Neo-Geo CD in, like, January of 1999. Oh, got a donation from Activated Complex. He says, thanks for streaming some classic SNK. Love it. Man, it's gonna be some classic SNK for a while till we get to those higher numbers.
Ball.
Thank you, Activated Complex.
Ball.
Appreciate that. And we've got 30 people in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in tonight. I really appreciate it.
Change.
If you guys know anybody who
Sun's really shining
is
bright
interested in
down on the
Neo Geo,
field now. Let's see if that bothers the next few
and
batters.
you can share the stream with them, please do. So it would be nice to get more people in here on Wednesdays. It used to be on Tuesdays. I
Alright.
guess the day doesn't really make a difference because it's just about the same amount of people. The only time we got a lot of people is like when we first started streaming the Polymega. That was like the most people. The first day, I think I got like 200 and something people in the chat, and I thought my head was gonna explode. I thought I was dying.
Out.
Everyone just wanted to see the Polymega. But now nobody cares.
You're out. Strike.
Strike.
Hey, sorry, you know what's funny and strange to me is that Philips never released their own dedicated video game console in the 90s. Video was licensed from 3DO, and the CDI was never meant to be a game console.
Get it.
It's a well-hit ball. That should
I
be
have
in there
I
for
like
a
I like
single.
the 3DO. I have 2 3DOs actually.
No, what do you do?
I got my first 3DO in
Fans really enjoyed that
1998
last inning's action. Let's hope
for
the next
super
inning
cheap
can be even more
because a friend's fiance at the time, they were just really bad with their money. But everybody was back then. I was bad with my money. I was living in a tiny apartment eating ramen, and what did I do with like the last 90 bucks is give it to him for his 3DO. Seriously, I had like $100 to my name at the time. And the guy's like, man, do you want to buy this 3DO? I'll give it to you with all my games. And I was like, I don't have a lot of money. And he's like, well, what do you got? I was like, I got $100. He's like, I'll take that. And I was like, but I need money for a bus and stuff till I get paid. So I ended up giving him $90 and having like $10 to take the bus to work at the time. Thankfully, I got paid that Friday, but I pretty much ate like my first couple years living on my own from like 18 to like, I would say like 18 to almost 19. Almost the whole first year living alone, I ate so much ramen. Top ramen. Tons of top ramen. And I got clever with it, and I started putting like eggs in it, and like cheese, and like... I remember once I made my own bread, because I had nothing to eat. I had absolutely nothing to eat. I made my own bread. It was disgusting.
Way back.
Oh, it was so bad. But hey, I was hungry.
Home run.
But yeah, I totally gave him $90 for his 3DO. I didn't have any food, but I had a 3DO with a bunch of games. Financial responsibility, who needs that? Charlie Ward says, you bought any new Sega Saturn games lately? Ooh,
Right.
I did. I ordered some stuff from Japan.
Ball.
I don't have them yet. I ordered Slam Dunk, which is based on the anime.
Change.
It was like $5. What?
Really shining bright down on the field now.
What else did I get for the Saturn? I think I got something else. I don't remember. Some girl game.
It's a well-hit ball. That should be in there for a single.
It might have been Miniskirt Police. I don't remember. One of those like digitized games. It was either Miniskirt Police
It's out of here.
What the hell?
or something similar.
The homer out of
Just
here.
climbed over.
The crowd is going crazy.
Home run!
Homemade bread is so good though. Not mine. Mine was terrible. I didn't have like. I had like flour and like water.
You know, yeast.
I didn't have. I had like. It was so bad. I was so hungry. I was so hungry, and at the time I didn't have anything. I was drinking like tap water. I had like nothing that week. And I made some like, I was dumb. Like I was super dumb, cause like, then I got a job at a Suncoast Video, and so I started spending. So at that time, when I first moved out and I moved to Vegas, I moved into a weekly place because it was all I could afford.
Right.
And I didn't have any friends, or anybody I wanted to live with. I didn't know anything. So I moved into a weekly place. I didn't have any credit. Nobody would give me an apartment. So I lived in a weekly place for the longest time. I was always poor. Like, I worked at Blockbuster. I didn't make a lot. Pretty much all went to my weekly rent. So I had to eat, like, really shitty. And then I actually got evicted from that place, and they threw all my stuff in the garbage. I remember they threw my TurboGrafx CD in the garbage. They broke the case. Like, the case was, like, broken in half and cracked because I think they just grabbed and they swinged it into the dumpster and it broke. For some reason the CD card was missing from it. I don't know why. It's not like anybody knew what the fuck it was. But I'm surprised I managed to find most of my stuff in the trash. Like they had just like thrown it away before I got home from work. And then after that I got a job at a Suncoast motion picture company, which is just like a video store, and like one of those mall video store things. And I got assistant manager there really quick, so I ended up moving to a better, like a normal apartment finally. So once I turned, around the time I was 19, I was living a lot better. I was still bad with my money though, and I got credit cards. It was the worst. Just for video games, like I used to spend my money on video games very, very, very irresponsibly. Or anime. I used to buy tons of anime because I worked at the Suncoast and got it at it was like 30% discount. I would always buy anime. Tap water equals you alcohol. Pour you. You know, you're like 18 years old. You don't give a shit. You know, you just like. You just want to survive. Survive!
Home run!
Somehow I can relate to those sort of bad times. I once starved myself to buy a couple of games when I was young. I got my first flat and money was tight. I'm not stupid to do that again. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Like, now I would, like, if I ever got into that situation, I would fucking sell shit. I've already done that before. Where I've gotten into bad situations and I've sold, like I sold my Dracula. My first, I now re-got Dracula X in, like, 2008. But my original Dracula X, I had to sell. There was a bunch of other games that I sold because they were worth more money than they were. Do you think Vegas is different now compared to how it was? Yeah. I think it's safer than it used to be. Well, I don't know. I also lived in a really shitty place. So who knows? Anime cost a fortune back in the day. Oh my god, I know. And I used to buy, like, I didn't even buy cheap anime because I bought like Viz stuff, right? Like Ranma or Animego. Like the Viz and Animego stuff was so expensive. like later on, like the ADV stuff, that was the cheaper stuff to get, right? Like ADV and Manga Corps or whatever, US Manga Corp. Those were like the cheaper ones. But like Viz, anything by Viz was hellaciously expensive. And anything by Animego was super expensive. But I had to buy it because I moved away from Los Angeles. See, I used to pirate all my anime when I was a kid. Because I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in, at the time, like, when I was watching anime, like, at the peak, I lived in Koreatown. You know, and I had tons of access. There were video stores you could rent it from. Friends, you know, all my friends were into it. But then I moved to Vegas when I was 18, and I didn't know fucking anybody. And back then, like, anime wasn't, like, really that big here when I first moved here. It was still kind of Japanimation. So I had to start buying my anime. It was expensive.
It's a well-hit ball that should be in there for a single. Ball.
Charlie Ward says, once I had nothing but water and a block of cheese in the fridge, lol. I just couldn't pull myself to eat it on its own, so I starved for 2 days. Really? I would have fucking eaten that cheese.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, there's one thing I'm proud to say. I never used credit cards. Never used them till this day. Yeah, don't. They're horrible. But I remember being young and getting into, like, all this credit card debt. And then, like, everyone took me to collections. I was so bad with money when I was young.
Nowadays, you gotta use it for, like, emergencies, you know?
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that's good. The only thing that's good for.
I would also overdraft my bank account a lot when the Dreamcast really. And this was already, I already had a job at the time, but it was like between paychecks and the Dreamcast came out, right? It was like $99.99. I had pre-ordered it, software, etc. I remember getting there and the guy's like calling my name, right? And I'm like, oh, it's me! I had just got there to the mall. This was a Boulevard Mall here in Las Vegas. And I go in because like they're calling people's names, and those are the people who go in. They could go, they had to go around, right? Like they would get their Dreamcast, look at all the games, and of course my ass like had just enough for the Dreamcast, but I wasn't gonna go home with a Dreamcast and no fucking game, right? So I grabbed Soul Calibur, and so I went home. The only game I went home with was Soul Calibur, and it was all I needed. That was all I needed. And I overdraft the shit out of my bank account. I didn't care. Soul Calibur, after the overdraft fee, Soul Calibur probably ended up being like $80 versus whatever it was, $49.99. Because I had like $30 overdraft fee at the time. But I didn't care. I was gonna go home without a fucking game, right? So, I know. I overdrafted my account to go home with Soul Calibur. I did. I was glad I did, dude. Like, we went home, and, like, friends came over, and everyone was like, oh my god, dude, it's so fucking cool. Like, people were so freaking hyped, right? And, like, none of us were expecting it, because, like, we didn't know what to expect. Like, we weren't really, like, there was stuff in magazines, right? But, like, I wasn't expecting the level of detail from Soul Calibur, because we all played the shit out of the arcade. At the time, I worked at a casino called the Excalibur, and we had a Soul Calibur machine there, and it was like PS1 graphics, right? Like, it looked like PS1, and it was cool. Like, we loved Soul Calibur. It was so good. We didn't care that it looked like PS1 graphics, and we still thought it looked good. And then we took the Dreamcast home on launch day, and we hooked it up and started playing. We're like, holy shit, dude, the graphics were like out of this world. It looks like the future. The future! Sorry, Mario, bet you were hyped at the Japanese DC launch date for Virtua Fighter 3 TV. I know I was. It was the first time I ever bought an import console, and I learned about step-down converters in the UK. No, I didn't actually. I didn't buy anything Dreamcast until the Dreamcast released in America. I didn't really buy import consoles back then, other than the PC Engine.
Kind of action they can produce.
I didn't really buy import consoles. All of my consoles were always their US variants until 1998, late 1998. I bought a PC Engine, and then I got a Neo-Geo CD. And then after the Neo-Geo CD, I got the Sega Dreamcast.
Strike. One more strike.
It's a well hit ball that should be in there for a single.
Oh my god, Power Stone was so good too. Yeah, Soul Calibur was just amazing at the time. I had so much fun, like, changing the intro. Like, I don't know, you remember you could do that, you could change the intro. And I used to put Astaroth in Song Mina's pose, where she's, like, whipping her hair around. It looks so funny.
Wait. It's a well hit ball that should be in there for a single.
Yeah, I mean, I have credit cards now, and I actually, like,
Sun's
pay
really
them.
shining bright down on the field now. Let's see
But back
that
then,
bothers
it's
the
like,
next few batters.
I don't know what people were thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, somebody's trusting me with money?
Me too. I remember back then they would give us like 5,000, 7,000 credit.
Jeez, like, not me. My first credit card was like $500. It's the most. I thought that was a lot. I was like, oh my god!
My first one was like
Oh my
3,000. Second one was 5,000.
Yeah, the first
The homer out of here.
first time I got a credit card, I think I bought like a shit ton of stuff from NCS.com. NCSX now, but back then it was just NCS. Because NCS was a big importer at the time. I used to buy from NCS, Buy Right, a place called Buy Right Video Games. Used to carry a lot of imports too. I used to buy shit tons of stuff from Buy Right. Use credit cards. Oh, it was so bad. Good night, Face. Thanks for stopping in.
Good night, Face J.
Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Yeah, I used credit cards for like expensive like restaurants, and taking out my whole family, and
Oh really?
thinking I was rich.
Fuck that.
I was stupid.
I was gonna use it on that kind of shit.
I was
use it on
dumb.
games.
And then
It was always games.
yeah, PS3. I got all the new consoles, lots of games, DVDs, and
NTSC UK site. In America, we had it was called NCSX,
Really enjoyed that last
National
innings action.
Console
Let's
Support,
hope the
and it
next
was
inning
like
can be
they specialized in imports. I think they're still around. It might still be around. But I used to buy from them all the time. Yeah, they're still around. After all this time.
That should easily roll for a double.
They're still around. Dude, their site looks like
Right.
their site has like never changed. The 90s are calling. They want their website
Should be in there
back.
for a single.
Import news, Real Action Hero Street Fighter 4.
You're
Oh my
out.
god.
Runner scores. You're out.
When was the last time they... Noteworthy news. What was your newest, like, news thing?
Right.
News, October 7th. Of when?
Strike.
Oh, no, I guess they're still updating the site.
Change.
This was today, they're selling...
Next inning,
Anime
the top of the
made
order
booby
is coming
things.
up to bat. Let's see what kind of action.
Reggie Rans, welcome! He says, ¿Qué onda con Asaru and Snackman Jesse?
what's up, Regular Birds?
And
Welcome,
the
Record
manager
Rins.
calls a timeout as he wants to take another
hitter.
look at the situation.
Welcome!
You're out.
This would be a good opportunity to play Super Baseball 2020. I know, why isn't 2020 like how it's depicted in Super Baseball 2020?
You're out.
That's what I expected the future to be. The Micro Game Gears just came out and were reviewed by Mad Little Pixel. They look so pointless.
Change.
I actually had one on pre-order and then I canceled it because I got the Aless collection and the Aless collection comes with one. So
Game over.
I figured there's no need to get one
The heavenly bodies.
if the Aless one comes with one. I'm actually kind of excited just to have like all the Aless games, right? Like on it.
Done. We did it. We did
Yeah,
it.
they're pretty much toys, right? Like they're not like. But I don't know. I'd probably still play it. I would probably still play it. Did you win?
Yep.
Cool. horrible at this game. I'm glad you're playing it. I suck at this.
Alright.
I'm not good. What, you want to end it?
Yeah, no. You can keep talking if you want.
The GG micro screen is so small! I know, it's like 1 inch. The last one comes with one of those like magnifying screens though. But that kind of defeats the purpose of its tininess. Of its teeny tiny. The teeniest of tinies.
You get a full screen.
Huh?
You want to full screen?
Why?
Up here.
Sorry, I never thought I'd say this, but sell me your Poly Mega please, dude. Lol, I really can't wait any longer. Wait, you canceled your pre-order. What do you want? Do you want to play something else in Neo Geo?
There's Neo Geo here.
Neo Geo? Is there? Let's see. Oh, Breakers and Pizzle Babble. Poozle Booble. Pizzadabubble.
What's the next on the list?
The next NGH? Well, I want to keep those.
Keep it.
Yeah. When we get to them. Man, in 1991, there was all kinds of stuff that came out that was noteworthy. Mega Man 4. Namco released Starblade. Metroid 2, Return of Samus on the Game Boy. Lemmings, Street Fighter 2. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog! Yeah, a bunch of stuff came out. Battletoads. Play some PC Engine! This is Daniel F. Just kidding. Welcome to Neo Geo Road on Wednesdays, where we play PC Engine at the end of the night.
Play it right.
We're gonna fight against bonus who. Here we go.
Round 1, fight!
Good game. Bonus Kun wanted in on that action.
Round 2, fight! Round 3, fight!
So what game is this? Aggressive Dark Combat. This is Breakers.
You win!
A game that was not cheap. I think it was the second most expensive game that I bought. Girls and fighting games are harder than you guys half the time. I think because it's usually they're like faster most of the time. Except in this one, there's like that big jungle. Bonus needs to get funded. Yeah, something tells me we can continue. We can continue it though on Friday for PC Engine. On PC Engine, we can continue. We can continue the fun. The fun for bonus queens.
You win! Round 2, fight!
Dave Molly says my Black Anger Micro is packing the Zen Market right now. I know it's only a gimmick, but it's a gimmick I want. I know, I want one too. I was gonna get the blue one. Just because it has like Sonic And I like the color of it too. It looks like a cool, like, cool blue. But then when I got the LS collection, I was like, oh shit. I only need one. I don't need to get like every single one. And the LS is gonna have like all the best games on it, in my opinion.
Round 1, fight!
Activated Compass says, you know, in a tough fight when the boss is a silver T1000 looking dude, tougher than men or women. Yeah, World Heroes had those kind of characters. Outbreaker still gets a Switch port. Isn't it? I thought it was getting a collection. The Breakers collection, which is basically just Breakers 1 and 2. Or not even 1 and 2, there was not a 2, it was Breakers Revenge. Same game, just with added characters. Oh my god, Radical Red is in the house! Welcome, Radical Red! Radical Red! Radical Red! Yeah, I linked the video earlier. Tell people to watch it. That was it. You go watch it. Yeah, that character sucks.
Round 1, fight!
Who did the video earlier? Was Jeff Alfred?
You win! Round 2, fight!
Yeah, Hamster is the one that's putting all those games right now. Arcade archives. Arcade archivials. Archivials.
You lose. Round 3, fight!
Jeff Allison says he really liked the video, Reggie. Here's the link one more time. Thank you, Jeff Allison, for linking that video. That is a video with Joel from Media Glitch, Radical Reggie, Intrigue Gaming, and myself. It's a pickups video. Hopefully we have to do more videos like that. I like those videos where like we all have like pickups that we're talking about, or we're all talking about a game, like, games that we don't like, games that we like. Those videos are cool. I think those are the videos that would keep people interested in watching, right?
Round 1, fight!
Between those and all came an empty shmup they've reported it's getting to be pretty good non-emulation retro game system. Right? I mean, like, the versions are still emulated, but it's just convenient to be able to play them all with the board. It's pretty rad.
Round 2,
What?
fight!
James Melissa said I didn't know about the GTLS Micro. Looks cool, but I'll make do with the one I bought. I doubt I'll actually play it often. Yeah, I'll probably play it like, you know, in the beginning a little bit, and then it'll go on box forever. Yeah, PL.
Round 3, fight! You win. Round one, fight.
I know. He's just like, bam, 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 you're dead. You know, it's funny because this is the only fighting game they ever made, I think. Well, this one is Breaker's Revenge, but they're pretty much the same game with just but for their first attempt, this was really good. Maybe that's why they didn't make it. I think at the time this came out, but there's so many other fighting games that people just didn't pay attention. Yeah, so I'm guessing this game probably didn't do well back then.
Round one, fight.
Oh, shit.
Round two, fight.
It's like, there goes a third of your life.
You win. Round three,
Man,
fight.
that's crazy that NCSX is still around after all this time. Terminus Breaker's Revenge better than the original Breaker in every way. There are reasons different editions for the original. So on Neo-Geo CD, the only one that ever came out was the original Breakers. Breaker's Revenge basically changed some things like balance. It also added two characters, I think. I think there were 10 characters that you can pick from.
Round one,
in
fight.
Revenge. Don't forget about bonus spoon. That's right. Good night, Michelle. This is bonus spoon. Don't forget me.
Round
Don't
two,
you
fight.
forget about me. There's always Friday. There's gonna be a different audience on Friday, so we might be able to get some Sunday on Friday. We're about a third of the way there, though. So. Not too bad. Not too bad. But honestly, like Breaker's Revenge isn't really that much different from the original Breakers. I think really the only difference is balance. Like the game balance is better. Cause like some characters do like way OP damage in this one. So the Breaker's Revenge is just more fair. And yeah, and then the two new characters that you can get. And there might be another boss. I don't remember. But other than that, it's almost like the same exact game. The UI I think was different too. I think the life bars are
Round two, fight.
but like there's virtually no difference Like the fact that they made like Breaker's Collection, I think they should have just called it like, I don't know, something else. Maybe Breaker's Better Path or something. Because people are gonna get that Breaker's Collection and figure out that Breaker's Revenge is just the version that they should play.
9.
I don't know if the endings are different for characters in Revenge versus Revenge, but there's so little difference between the two.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Need to just the popular PS2. Is it having trouble reading stuff? These games do come out in a double pack. I hope they put the music into Breaker's Revenge. I wonder how that's gonna work.
You win. Round 3. Fight.
So obviously, like the CD versions are always like the cleaner arranged versions, right? And in some cases, the difference is so polarizing. Some people have made Neo AES ports to Neo CD along with added CD quality soundtrack. To AES? I doubt that. Unless they reconstructed the tracks in chiptunes, that's not really possible.
Round 1. Fight.
If Some Kind Soul recomposed all the music in chiptune variations. I know there's like, so take Ironclad for example. There was never, Ironclad was a CD only game. There was never like an AES or MVS until somebody later on was able to rip the Wii Virtual Console version of Ironclad, which is actually the first time, that's how I heard it. They were able to get the Wii Virtual Console version of it, and that one actually had like chiptune music because at some point, Saurus, or Zaurus, even though it's Saurus, I think it's Zaurus, the company had planned to make a MVS version of Ironclad, but never did due to the game just not doing well and them not wanting to shell out the money for the ROMs to make it. To make the cartridges for memory was still really expensive back then. But they did complete the game. The game was finished. And eventually that finished NVS version of Ironclad made its way over to the Wii Virtual Console, which is the version of Ironclad that got ripped to, MVS. It's possible to do, but still hasn't happened in Waku Waku 7. So Waku Waku 7 never came out on the Neo-Geo CD because I think it wasn't possible at the time. And I also think Sunsoft had no interest in porting it to the Neo-Geo CD.
Round 1. Fight.
So which game, can you give me an example of what MVS or AES game that they made from a Neo Geo CD conversion? Because off the top of my head, the only one I can think of is
Round 2.
Ironclad. That was an exclusive at the time. PS2 soundtrack for Waku Waku 7 is actually really good. I like the remix of Arena stage. I think they do with Fatal Fury 1 and Magical Drop. Those have...
Round 1.
Are you talking CD to AES, MVS? Or are you talking from MVS, AES to CD? I think now we're confused. I thought you were talking about CD exclusive games that eventually made their way to AES, because you said earlier, no, AES, MVS to CD. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's possible. But oftentimes they don't. So, what is the company that bought this one? Josh Prod, right? So Josh Prod back then was known as MCI. They took, you know the game Bang Bang Busters? Bang Bang Busters was originally an MVS game by Visco that never got released as a Bubble Bobble clone. So they took it upon themselves to release it on AES and MVS and CD. The CD version of the game doesn't have, like, they didn't recompose, there's no arranged soundtrack or anything. All they did is use the chiptune music. So Bang Bang Busters is really just the NES version of it on CD. So yeah, that is possible. And they're trying to do that with another game, another Visco game, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet. But I don't really like the game anyway. But they are doing it with another Visco game right now. That was originally AES MVS only. That's getting a CD port as well. So yeah, that is possible. It's just a matter of the hardware can handle it.
Round 3. Fight.
Apparently Breaker's Revenge is not possible on CD because these same people who own the rights to the Visco IPs have already tried to do so. Now I thought you were talking the other way around. You were talking about Iron Cloud, for example.
Round 1. Fight.
For instance, Crosswords 2, right? Crosswords 2 was also a Neo-Geo CD exclusive. It never got an official release to AES or MVS. But some crafty people were able to get it working on AES and MVS. However, the game works, but the soundtrack does not, because the soundtrack was originally recorded in the Red Book audio. So the only way to get the soundtrack onto from Crosswords 2 to MVS would have been to recompose it with chiptunes. It does have a soundtrack, but the soundtrack is the same one as Crosswords 1. They just reused it. I also used to own a lot of Neo-Geo to Saturn, of course. Now I realize that Neo-Geo CD version is mostly Saturn.
Round 3.
Real out games, roll feels perfect. Man, so Saturn was like the way for me to play Neo-Geo back in the day. Because I didn't have a Neo-Geo, but I had a Saturn. I had a Saturn Model 2 early on. So I used to buy all those Rampart games.
Round 1. Fight.
Twinkle Star Sprites might actually be better on Saturn. Actually.
Round 2. Fight.
And back then, actually, it was better to play the Neo Geo stuff on the Saturn. It loaded faster than the Neo Geo. And I remember when I first got the Neo Geo top loader, and I bought some, like, you know, because back then, like, all the King of Fighters were so cheap, right? Like, King of Fighters, I had 94, 95, 97. I actually got 96 later. I had 97 and 99. And I remember trying, like, playing 97. And then I'm, like, playing on the Saturn. I was like, Saturn loading is, like, way faster. I would just play it on the Saturn, even after I bought the Neo Geo CD, just because the loading time was just better on the Saturn. However, the sound wasn't as good. Obviously, the sound was better on the Neo Geo. You got full stereo, you know, like that multiplex stereo where, like, if two characters did the move at the same time, you heard it, like, twice. You didn't get that on the Saturn. For whatever reason, the Saturn didn't do that. The Saturn, the sound was always kind of a little muffled, more compressed than their Neo Geo CD counterparts. But, I mean, obviously with the Poly Mega, it's awesome to play Neo Geo CD because you don't have to wait for the loading time. There's, like, no loading time. That was actually the main reason why my Neo Geo CD sat for a long time. I couldn't justify buying a lot of the games. I remember I ended up buying, pretty much, it became to where I just started buying Neo Geo CD games that I knew were on other things at the time. So like, Double Dragon, I remember getting Double Dragon. Those did get a PS1 port, but I think it was shit. Gao Kaiser was one of my early games. Ninja Masters was another game that I got really early on. Not super early on, actually. I got that in the later 2000s. Quite a while. Hey, sorry, would you ever do a Game Gear Micro live stream? How? How would we do that? How would that be possible? There's no video out on it. If there was, I would. I'd be down. I'd totally do it.
Round 2, fight!
I will do the Aless collection though. When that comes out, I'll do a live of the Aless collection when I get that. I think that's a collection. Make a zoom. Have a good bit. Good night to Jeff Allison. Thanks for stopping in.
Good night, Jeff Allison.
Round 3, fight!
There we go. Yeah. You want something else?
Round 1, fight!
Yeah, there's no way to capture the video. But I mean, like, I guess it would be cool. It would be such a thing.
Round 2, fight!
Because it says, sorry, Game Gear Micro live streams are easy. Just get Jesse to hold the camera as close to the console and your hands as possible while at the same time reading comments on the monitor. Oh yeah, easy peasy. I'll get right on that. Yeah, right on it. I'm headed to bed as well. Good night, Daniel. F. Have a good night. Why does Neo Geo in general feel like a 32-bit monster machine when it's only considered 16-bit?
Round 1, fight!
That's because the Neo-Geo had shit tons more memory to work with than your average 16-bit game. Shit tons more memory, and there was also like trickery, right, with the Neo-Geo CD too. Like back in the day, it was marketed as a 24-bit. It's kind of like how like there was like the PC Engine, right, had like an 8-bit processor with a 16-bit graphics GPU. So technically it was a 8-bit console, right? With 8-bit console with a 16-bit GPU. So it pretty much graphically the PC Engine fell under the 16-bit category, because visually that's what it was, but at its core the processor was no better than a Famicom at the time. The reason why, and so sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's kind of like how the PC Engine. So technically, the PC Engine, right, was an 8-bit console at heart with a 16-bit GPU. So it fell under the guise of a 16-bit console. The Neo Geo is very similar in the way that they marketed those numbers. So the Neo Geo technically, yes, was a 16-bit console at the core, right? Like the processor was a 16-bit processor, but the graphic bus of the Neo Geo was 24-bit. So a 24-bit graphic GPU or graphic bus, whatever the hell terminology. 24, let's just say 24-bit graphic processor. Okay, we'll say that. And so technically they could market the system as a 24-bit, just like the PC Engine was marketed as a 16-bit, even though it was an 8-bit console at its core. I know, Jesse's getting beat by the guy with the chaps.
Round one, fight!
That guy's wearing chaps and a loincloth.
Round two.
I like how people will say assless chaps. Chaps by definition are assless. Now, Jesse's playing the computer. Sorry, it still amazes me how good 2D games look compared to the Sega Saturn, despite being released years before the Saturn. Oh, Neo Geo games, yeah. For sure. Yeah, Neo Geo was super impressive, right? Because they had all the freaking memory. So it made them super expensive too, though. Shoot, Super Nintendo games were 300 megabytes. They'd fucking be awesome too. Probably not as awesome because there was no 24-bit color processor, graphics processor. I almost bought the Neo-Geo CD system back in the early 2000s, but decided to go with Turbo Duo instead. Probably a better choice at that time. Especially if you ended up getting like a lot of games back then, because they were still really cheap during that time, especially compared to now. Oh yeah, this is so good getting his ass beat. Because this game is like that. You get stuck on characters. I remember getting stuck on freaking Leah forever. He just kept kicking my ass sometimes. That's actually one of the things that Breaker's Revenge fixes, is that balance. Part of the things that makes this game so hard is its ridiculous balance. Yeah, Turbo Zone Direct was still a thing back then. Oh yeah, they were around for a while. And Turbo Zone Direct, I remember getting the flyers for Turbo Zone Direct and being like, oh, I want this, I want that. But they would take all of my Christmas money. All of my Christmas. Sorry, is it fair to say the Neo Geo was the first home console to have arcade perfect conversions even before the Dreamcast? The Dreamcast just made it more affordable. Oh yeah, for sure. Because Neo Geo was arcade perfect at home. At arcade prices. Because it was super expensive.
Round 1, fight!
Man, Turbo Zone Direct. I bought so much from Turbo Zone Direct. Because they even offered to give me a freaking magical chase, and I ended up getting a stupid shotgun. I didn't know. You know, back then nobody knew. You couldn't fucking give away magical chase at the time. Nobody gave a shit. The system was already dying. Nobody gave a shit about this game. There's no foresight for these kinds of things. You know what I mean? Like, nobody ever knew things were gonna be rare. I was looking at Assault Suit Lanos for the PS4 the other day. I bought Assault Suit Lanos brand new for $12.99. And then I told myself, you know what, I should buy another copy to do like a giveaway or something. And then I never did, and now the game's like $99. That was like 2 years ago. So like, one never has the foresight for this kind of stuff. You never know. You never know what's going to get expensive. Somehow ever watched a live stream and been so into the game being played that Condor character was supers. Yeah, that's why I have Jesse. Jesse is usually always the one reading. He's playing right now, so I'm like talking to you guys. But most of the time, he's the one who's reading. I'm the one who's playing. I don't know, he's playing some sort of undies. He's not a complete savage. Oh, your thumbs are gonna hurt. Oh yeah, there we go.
9.
I think so. I think it's expensive now. Let me check.
Round 1, fight!
Let me check.
Round 2, fight!
What am I looking at? eBay. Also, do you have Triple Star Sprites for the Saturn? Possibly the best Neo CD Saturn port you can buy. It's expensive. There's an exclusive character on it. It's actually not that expensive compared to the Neo-Geo CD version. Neo-Geo CD version is like $250 compared to the Saturn's $100 for Twinkle Star Sprites. Pretty sure you can get Twinkle Star Sprites for like $100.
3, fight!
Ah, never mind. You can still get it cheap. I thought it was expensive. What was expensive? Oh, it's the Japanese one that's expensive. Japanese Lanos on PS4 is expensive. US one is still like $20, so. Never mind. Yeah, $20.99 is the cheapest one I see. Let's buy it now for the US one. Yeah, Japanese one is like $100.
2, fight!
Did you see that Wolfang game was like $6 on Best Buy? People, Jesse shared that in the Discord earlier.
Yeah, happy. Got it from Andy.
Oh, okay. I think that's another one that people are sleeping on. Especially if you like those kind of games, because it's like that kind of game. But I think people don't know about it. People don't know. Alright, well, we've hit the 2-hour mark, and people are starting to drop like freaking flies because it's getting late and it's a weekday. So, we're going to go ahead and end it here. We will be back here Friday. Oh my god, Radical Reggie's back. Welcome, Radical Reggie. He says, Cyber Crew checking in. We're going to be back here on Friday for PC Engine Fridays, which happens at around 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so midnight for you East Coasters, which is super late. Because my streams are always late. They're always late. But anyhow, peeps, thank you everybody for stopping in tonight. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.